We're going to be learning how to play the intro to Un Poco Loco, which is a picking exercise. So grab your pick and we'll get started. And in order to do that, we're going to have to learn how to read tabs. And I'll show you that. It's pretty straightforward because tabs are nothing more than a mapping exercise, telling the guitarist where to put their fingers on the fretboards. So the first thing we should do, though, is just make sure we're putting our fingers in the right spot for this exercise. And this is important. So anytime we're going to be playing a note on the first fret, we're going to be using our pointer finger. Always use our pointer finger. The second fret will always be our middle finger. Our third fret will always be our ring finger. And our pinky, we're just going to use it one time, is going to be on the fourth fret. It's important to make sure you're using your fingers in the right frets because there's so much movement. You want to make sure your fingers are always aligned in the right spot, okay? So pointer finger, first fret, middle finger, second fret, ring finger, always playing on the third fret, and the pinky on the fourth fret. So let's look at the first section, the first measure. And what we see is the string names and numbers next to it. The string names obviously are for the strings, and the numbers are telling us what fret we're going to be placing our fingers on. So the first one we see is a D0. So we go to the D string, and 0 means we're not putting any finger down. It's called open. We're just going to play the D open. The next is a G with a 0. Same thing. It's going to be open. The third note is a B open. So that's pretty easy to start. Those are our first three notes. The next one we see B3, and we're going to be playing the B string, third fret. And what we said before, everything on the third fret is going to be played with our ring finger. And we can see we play that twice. The final note in this measure is the E string, third fret. And I find the easiest way to do that is just roll my finger down and play it that way. So the opening measure goes. Let's do the second section. So we can see that it starts with a 2 on the high E string. And a 2, as we learned, is going to be played with our middle finger. So on the high E string, we'll put our middle finger down and play that note. This next note is third fret B string, and we play that with our ring finger. Then we go back and play the high E string, second fret. Then it's the high E open. B string, the next one is B string, first fret, and we play that with our pointer finger. And the last note is high E open. One thing you may have seen when you're playing this is that you can actually just keep your fingers in a certain spot. You can hold them like this, going 2, 3, 2, open, 1, open. So you can keep your fingers in one spot there. The third section starts off with our ring finger on the third fret on the B string. Then you'll see 2 X's, which means that there are 2 rests. And the reason we have that is that each of these sections, each of these measures has 6 beats in it. The first section, we saw that there were 6 notes for the 6 beats. The second section also had 6 notes for the 6 beats. This third section, you'll just see that there are 4 notes. So we need 2 rests to make up for to get to the 6 beats. And that's advantageous for us because we can go from that note on the third fret, and then we get our pinky up to the fourth fret on the D string. And you just kind of give a little space between those 2 notes. So you play the fourth fret D string with your pinky, Then you go to the G string 2nd fret with your middle finger. And then your pointer finger 1st fret on the B string. So the way that would sound is... And that's the 3rd section. The 4th section, you'll see that there are 5 notes and a rest to get us to the 6 beats. It starts off with our 1st finger on the B string, using our pointer finger. 1st fret, B string. A rest. Then our middle finger is on the middle finger, 2nd fret on the G string. Then the B string open. B string pressing down on the 1st fret. Then the B string on the 3rd fret with our ring finger. So after we've done that, what you can see is that there's something called a hammer-on, which you can try. And what that really is that as the note is ringing, you press your finger down on it. And you kind of hear that sound. So the way it would sound is like that, going from the 1 to the 3. If you can't master that, it kind of doesn't matter. You can just go 1 to 3 and it'll sound fine. But you can master a hammer-on just by ringing that first and then dropping your finger on it like that. And that is the 4th section. Last section, the 5th section, is just rocking between a couple notes. Your pointer finger 1st fret on the B string, and then the 3rd fret with your ring finger on the B string, and then back to the 1st fret, B string, and then B string open. And what happens there is you just hold that note for the other 2 beats, and then the song starts with the D chord. With a D chord. So let's play the whole thing together slowly. We'll start off in the 1st section on the D, open, D, G, B, then B3 with our ring finger twice. Roll down and grab that E string on the 3rd fret. Now the 2nd section, E string 2nd fret with our middle finger, B string 3rd fret, E string 2nd fret. Lift up, open on the E, 1st fret, B, open E, and that's the 2nd section. 3rd section, we start off with our ring finger on the B, grab the pinky on the A, on the D string, and what you could see is I kind of lined up all my fingers ready to play the other notes. So the 4th fret D, 2nd fret G, 1st fret B. On the 4th section, we have we're ready to play that B again. Bit of a rest, 2nd fret G, open B, then B 1st fret, and that hammer if you can do it. And the final section, 1 on the B, 3 on the B, 1 on the B, open, rest, rest. Now let's just try and play the whole thing through. Bit of a rest. And that's it. That's how you play the intro to Un Poco Loco. Just practice it. Practice slowly. Make sure you're getting all the right notes. and eventually you'll just pick it up and your speed will increase. But enjoy it and have fun.